Let's go back out live tonight to Marcella Lee. She's anchoring our field coverage tonight. Marcella, you spent some time today with a woman who took her concerns straight to the mayor.
Oh, she sure did, Carlo and Anna. You probably remember her if you watched any of the storm coverage from this week. She was very outspoken. And in fact, tonight, I'm standing in the yard of Mayor Landavazo. She is the woman who went to that news conference that Mayor Todd Gloria was at and decided to ask him a direct question. She says it's because they have been complaining about this flood channel for years, asking why it hasn't been cleaned up. And she did tell me that she is not normally an outspoken person, but when she heard that the city's excuse was because wildlife lives back there, and so therefore they didn't want to disturb the wildlife, she said that prompted her to be bold and make an emotional and direct plea.
Why do we have to be the ones to suffer? Because wildlife? We, the residents, we, the people, lives, flesh and blood, we should be important, not wildlife.
When you look back at the coverage of your conversation with Mayor Gloria, what do you think?
I'm going to be so honest with you. I was a little embarrassed. I had, people calling me and or sending text messages, and right away I'm like, I'm so sorry. You guys saw that side of me that I was very upset, and I was like, God, I'm sorry. But everybody was like, thank you. And I'm like, okay, Lord, because they were thanking that I spoke out, because it wasn't just for me. It's for all of us here, because we're all in this together. We've all been trying to fight and say, hey, do something with the creek. No one's done anything, and here we are 4.5 years after we had a little flood up to 2.5 feet, damaged some cars, and here we are having to go through all this, and it's devastating. Like, I'm trying to hold my composure, but it's hard. Some of us have insurance, have flood insurance where it covers even personal property. Others, they don't. Us on this side of the creek, we're mandated to have insurance, flood insurance. My neighbors from in front, they're not mandated. So what happens with them,
Another big concern Mary Landavazo and other neighbors are telling me about today is mold. These are photos from a neighbor, Miriam, of mushrooms growing on her house down the street. This is the exterior wall, the one that faces the flood channel. Miriam says she is starting to see black mold on her inside walls as well. And Mary says the odor is so foul.
The 2 nights that we stayed here, I was coughing. I'm not, a doctor or anything, but the little that I do know, I know it can have long-term effects because of the smell. I'm going to put that mask on because it is really strong.
The odor?
The odor, it's not just, it smells like, urine, but it smells like sewer. This is black water we're talking about. It's black water. It's bacteria.
And again, that is the big concern tonight about the potential long-term health effects that these people who have had flood damage in their home could face. And that is why you see, this is Mary's house. You can see that the drywall, perhaps, I know it's a bit in the background, but the drywall is lifted up to taller where I am because they don't want to risk any damage with mold. You can see every single piece that they own that is not salvageable. There are grandfather clocks out here, new furniture that she got just a couple of months ago. Everything is going to be discarded, just pure devastation out here. Now, because so many generous San Diegans want to help people who've been affected by the flooding, and because so many people do not have flood insurance, you have reached out to us asking for legitimate ways to help. So we have some good news for you tonight. We reached out directly to GoFundMe, which is a popular place for people to go and have people donate, and they are telling us that they actually have a process on vetting people's GoFundMe campaigns. We're working for you tonight to try and figure this out. So here's what the company told us. They actually have a dedicated crisis response team that is reviewing all of the fundraisers related to our flooding here in San Diego. So once a fundraiser is verified as legitimate, it then goes to a dedicated page on GoFundMe's website, and that's going to help make it easy for people who'd like to, read people's stories and figure out which cause they would like to donate to. Melanie Standage from GoFundMe explained the verification process to us.
Our trust and safety team works directly with each fundraiser organizer to understand how funds are going to be used, who the funds are going for, how those two people may have a connection. All of that information is being verified on the back end.
So many people have compelling stories. Every person that I've met today, I've spent the entire day out here in the neighborhood, has a story that's really just heartbreaking. They have lost so much. So if you are interested in donating to a GoFundMe fundraiser, we've made it easy for you. We've put the link right on our website. Just visit cbs8.com and click on that very important help button. You'll find so many resources there, including 2 other organizations that have stepped up to help. Both the Salvation Army and the San Diego Foundation have set up ways that you can help donate through their organizations, and that money is going to go directly to people impacted from Monday's flooding. Again, you can find more information and ways to help right on our website, cbs8.com/help. We're trying to make it easy. We know that this is the time when scammers do come out, unfortunately, and try to take advantage of people. And because of the just widespread devastation, so many generous San Diegans want to help. So we're trying to make it easy for all of you. For now, we'll send it back to you, Anna, Carlo.